The following program contains coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
I tend to talk about ad nauseum about people being parents. There are just some people that don't want to be parents, and some people that shouldn't even be given consideration to being parents, right? And I think that you guys are staring at the picture of one of those individuals, and you know what? I don't know what it is about money or about a certain type of person's behavior that continues to elicit people to want to be attracted to this and either have kids by them or bring kids around people like this. I just don't think it's the best idea. But let me give you guys a disclaimer before I get into the details and get to talking too crazy. Let's go.
Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, new website articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer.
So I'm getting this story from 11alive.com, so thank you for the article. Let me also say thank you real quick to our friend Miss Independent who joined us on the channel membership. If you guys have not done the channel membership, you can support us that way. You click that in there, join us, that'd be awesome. Clayton County, Georgia. The search for a missing 6-month-old baby. Sometimes I tend to kind of skip missing baby stories because they generally are found, relatively quick because it's important to find them kind of quick, right? But this one just really caught my attention. There's a 6-month-old baby that's missing and entering its third day in Tuesday in Clayton County after police the day before named the father a suspect in his disappearance. This is allegedly the father right there. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I'm going to click the like on that. Y'all click the like on that, please. Thank you. Thank you. Police told the news Savinch. Oh my God, how do you say his name? Sevenich Hennock. Sevenich Hennock. I'm gonna tell y'all how this is spelled. Sefenech. Hennock. Henok. How do you pronounce that? Hell if I know. I don't know. And thank you. And wait, hold on. I got to give a big shout out to my friend Rita. Where's Rita at in the chat? Who sent a very great donation by way of Cash App. Said, love you, brother. Love you right back, Rita. I got some Martins in my family, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. Big time love. I appreciate you. Sevenich Hennock, early Tuesday, they were examining evidence in the case to better determine further locations to search. They still consider it an active search and are maintaining hopes the baby will be found alive. Meanwhile, baby Nnakai, let me see if I can get his name again so I can give y'all his full name. His name is Nnakai Pratt. It's spelled very unique. It is Nnakai. So Nnakai, Nnakai Pratt, 6-month-old. That's I think the only picture they were able to post of that baby, because obviously we need a picture to kind of know what we're looking for. But that's the picture that they put out there. So let me see. Baby Nnakai's father and, I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. Oh, I guess that was the news people. So I guess the father's name is Antonio Pierce. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. There's his name right there on the Facebook. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, this baby is a twin also. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out. The baby is a twin, just so y'all know. So the parent, the mother, I believe, I said the parent. The mother, I think, has one of the kids, missing the other one. So he somehow has something to do with the missing case of the other baby. So Nnakai's father, Antonio Pierce, was arrested on Monday on charges unrelated to the disappearance. Let me say that again. He was arrested on charges unrelated to the disappearance, which is never a good sign. Shouted you out in there. Jessica, are you talking about this baby? Don't tell me that. Let me see if I can do an update real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Don't tell me that. If you have it, if I can't find it, you might have to. Oh, no. Within hours. We are doing an update in the middle of a video. Oh, my God. Can I narrow it down more than that? Let's go 24 hours. Hold on. Where are y'all finding this? I need, like, don't send me a video. Send me the news article, please. Let me pause this so we can do. So this might be an update, ladies and gentlemen, while we are talking about this. Let me check one more source. This is unreal, man. Update 20 minutes ago. I just got off the phone with Clayton County Medical Examiner who confirms they did find the body of 6-month-old Nnakai Pratt. Fuck. This is according to a verified account of a person by the name of Cody Alcorn, who I think is a journalist, actually out of Atlanta, Georgia, award-winning journalist with 20 years of experience, always looking for the scoop, so y'all know where my source is. That is a journalist source. It is verified. And he said, and I quote, "I just got off the phone with Clayton County Medical Examiner who confirms they did find the body of 6-month-old Nnakai Pratt this evening. He was found within the crime scene that was set up near the front of the apartment complex. An autopsy is scheduled for next week." And some of y'all are saying he was found in a trash can, I guess. Everybody's putting it out now. I see it. Wow. Authorities say Pierce was later taken into custody on unrelated charges, though no one else has been arrested. Nnakai's mother, who currently has the twin sibling, is not considered a suspect at this time. So let me go back to my original article because this part is important. And yes, I believe he's involved in this. Responding officers said that they were told that Pierce was robbed at gunpoint. I'm assuming this is what Antonio Pierce told them, that he was robbed at gunpoint with the assailants taking valuables from him along with the baby from a car seat carrier. How many times have y'all heard that bullshit story of people stealing somebody's child? I know it has happened. It could happen. But the likelihood in a situation like this, not likely. They robbed me, knocked me over the head, and stole my baby, and I don't know where the baby is. Like that just doesn't really happen like that. So I think that's a bullshit story. Police now believe there are holes in the story that Pierce told them. As investigating into the missing child advanced, detectives became more suspicious due to the inconsistent testimony along with physical evidence that points to the existence of foul play. They believe there's foul play. As much as the bathtub stories, Jessica, that's why I need you here on a regular basis, Jessica. You are absolutely right. That's why I got so much respect for you, because you are on it. Thank you. As well as the rest of y'all. But y'all know I love me some Jessica. That is absolutely right. As much as people come up with that, that's why we have a hashtag called hashtag not another bathtub story, because it's just like these people can't think of anything better to say. And they say, you know what? How about we reuse that same excuse that so many other people have given and failed? The baby fell and bumped his head in the bathtub and they drowned, and that's how they died. Same type of thing. Somebody broke into my house and stole my kid, and I don't know where's the kid is, or even that other stupid story, not another open door story. Y'all remember them stories where they be like, I woke up in the morning, the door was open, and my kid was gone. The kid wandered off and now I don't know where the kid is. Foul play stories. At this moment, the facts surrounding the disappearance of baby Nnakai Pratt are highly questionable, and CCPD detectives have deemed Nnakai Pratt's father to be a suspect in the sudden disappearance. On Sunday, officers said they used bloodhounds from the Fayette County Sheriff's Office. I put too much on that. And other tactics to search the property. After hours of looking, nothing was found. Police said that they've served several search warrants at different locations in connection with the case, but they've not been able to locate the child. But again, I've updated live that they have found him. So, another source coming from 11alive.com as of a matter of minutes ago, a heavy police presence has gathered at the Clayton County apartment complex as the search for the missing 6-month-old baby continues. He's already been found, though. It has now been 3 days since baby Nnakai Pratt was reported missing on Sunday, October 12th, on Valley Hill Road in Riverdale just before 8:30 a.m. Clayton County Police responded to the apartment complex and has focused its search on the woods behind the apartment complex in the days since. Antonio Pierce, the father of baby Nnakai Pratt, was initially booked into jail on unrelated marijuana possession, driving without a license, and child restraint violation charges on Monday. Do y'all see how many cars he is around? I don't know if he owns it. They actually said that he owns like 5 cars, but no license. Irresponsibility at its finest. So they found the baby. The baby has officially been found. That's the official word that we understand. So let me give you guys the fair usage and let's get on with the rest of it. Sad, man.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Y'all do me a favor and please click that thumbs up. Put a prayer hands up in the chat. That is not the news we wanted. We wanted this baby to be found. I think this man is lying. I think he caused the death. I think he's 100% involved. So all these news stories, just so y'all know, when I play them, I've only got, 3? They're old. They're already old. So there you go.
Police now call Antonio Pierce the main suspect in his 6-month-old son's disappearance.
Sunday morning, Nnakai Pratt disappeared. Police investigators say the dad's story just doesn't add up. He's now in the Clayton County Jail, which is where we find Good Day's Mark Teichner with this developing story. Everyone wants to know more.
Jessica is on it. Look what she posted. Child restraint violations, but his initial story was that the baby was taken in a car seat. That's a hell of a catch right there.
About this case, Mark.
Yeah, the suspect in this case is being held on these unrelated charges, so it had nothing to do with his disappearance of his son. In fact, specifically drug possession as well as traffic counts. But police do think he might have played a role in that little boy vanishing.
Oh, where's the baby?
That's the question Clayton County Police are asking about 6-month-old Nnakai Pratt.
Just seen them out here pretty much searching. So they're actively going into the bushes. I've seen them actively looking into the trash can down there.
Nnakai vanished Sunday morning from an apartment complex off of Valley Hill Road in unincorporated Riverdale. His father, Antonio Pierce, told officers he was robbed at gunpoint and the thieves took Nnakai out of his car seat and drove off. But investigators aren't buying the story. Citing inconsistencies and physical evidence, they now call Pierce a suspect in his own son's disappearance.
If somebody broke in your house and ran out with your baby, your neighbors would have heard you screaming. Why did you not run? after the person.
Police arrested Pierce on unrelated charges, including marijuana possession and traffic violations.
Just disturbing to have to keep waking up to see that we're still looking for a 6-month-old baby that can't fend for herself.
Sunday, police searched the area around the complex looking for Nnakai using drones and dogs, but the missing 6-month-old still hasn't been found. People living in the area are losing hope.
This is sad. This is really sad.
As we mentioned, Pierce being held on these unrelated charges.
Crazy. It's not making sense.
The story don't make sense. The math ain't mathing.
A twist in the search for 6-month-old baby Nnakai Pratt. The baby's father, Antonio Pierce, now a suspect. Pierce first told police he was robbed at gunpoint on Sunday, and the thieves took baby Nnakai and left. Now police are saying Pierce's story isn't adding up, and they found physical evidence pointing to foul play.
It's sad. It's very sad.
Residents at the apartment complex say the baby's father, Antonio Pierce, who they know as Tony, worked for the complex. One woman says he does maintenance work and gave her a tour of her apartment before she moved in.
He's a calm man. He don't seem troubled to me.
She says she saw the moments police spoke with Pierce at the apartment complex Sunday, the same day baby Nnakai was first reported missing.
No one was in handcuffs. They just put him in the car and left. They had him out here at least 4 hours, just standing around. He wasn't detained or anything.
Atlanta News First has learned Pierce was arrested Sunday on charges unrelated to baby Nnakai's disappearance. As of Monday night, police have not charged Pierce and his son's disappearance. The investigation has shifted the energy in the neighborhood.
Just sunshine and kids playing. As of right now, it's none of that.
Clayton County police are now calling this a, quote, suspicious kidnapping.
And I think the only people that know what happened to that baby is the mom and the daddy.
Neighbors say police were out Monday morning searching near a dumpster on the apartment property and in the nearby woods. Clayton County police tell us search warrants were executed at other locations too, with no success finding baby Nnakai. Well, tonight the search continues for 6-month-old Nnakai Pratt. Anyone who has any information that could lead to finding baby Nnakai, you're asked to call 911. In Riverdale, I'm Sydney Stallworth, Atlanta News First.
Clayton County Jail.
Last hour, Clayton County Police confirmed Nnakai is a twin. They say that Nnakai's sibling is with their mother, and at this point, it does not appear she is involved in Nnakai's disappearance, but Clayton County Police say the investigation is active and ongoing. Tonight, neighbors allege it was not the children's father, Antonio Pierce, who even called 911 to report his son missing. They also tell us that Pierce told them drug dealers kidnapped his baby. The search for 6-month-old Nnakai Pratt is now expanding beyond this Riverdale apartment complex. Police using bloodhounds, cadaver dogs, and drones, all in an effort to find the 2-foot, 11-pound baby. Neighbors say they called police Sunday morning when they feared something happened to Nnakai.
They saw him carrying a car seat with a sheep over the child. But the neighbors actually saw him, and they were the ones that called because when he came back, there was no car seat, no baby. And then what he said was the drug dealers took the child.
Police say Antonio Pierce told them somebody took his child during an armed robbery. Police never activated an Amber Alert. Now, more than 24 hours later, we're learning why. Police say Pierce's story is inconsistent, and physical evidence found at the complex points to foul play.
So we all, as a community, been searching, looking for the baby.
Neighbors tell us Pierce worked maintenance at the complex and also drove for Uber. Our cameras were rolling as authorities towed several of his cars away from the complex.
Yeah, he's got 5 cars.
11 Alive found Pierce has a pending felony cruelty to children charge out of Clayton County, tied to a case from 2022. Alive found Pierce has a pending felony cruelty to children charge out of Clayton County, tied to a case from 2022. Live found Pierce has a pending felony cruelty to children charge. Live found Pierce has a pending felony cruelty to children charge. Live found Pierce has a pending felony cruelty to Live found Pierce has a pending felony cruelty to children charge.
A pending felony cruelty to children charge. Pending. Background check, maybe? Did the mom know about this? And if so, how did he still get access to his kids when, as of 2022, which anybody can go and look up those records, you would see, or you either knew that he had pending child cruelty charges. He should have never been allowed to see these kids. And if you're talking about 2 years, then that means that the mother, excuse me for saying this, Thug Lion, thank you. She took her kids to the Thug Zoo, and the Thug Lion did what the Thug Lion does. Behaved like one. Yep. 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So if this baby is only 6 months old, add 9 months to that, that's a year. So 2 years prior, she could have found knowledge of this if she didn't already know. And then you didn't have to have unprotected sex with this person and produce kids. And even after the fact, you still could have gotten a protective order based on these pending charges and shouldn't have had them around your kids. I mean, how do we not call that irresponsibility on the mother's part also? I don't get it. Sad, but I'm blaming everybody, just so y'all understand.
Complex.
Yeah, he's got 5 cars.
11 Alive found Pierce has a pending felony cruelty to children charge out of Clayton County, tied to a case from 2022. Now, 3 years later, he's now at the center of his missing son's case. And Ron, as you mentioned tonight, we learned Pierce is expected to be in court in the morning, and we will be in the courtroom as well to see if the DA will use him being a suspect in his son's disappearance as a reason to deny bond on these unrelated charges. So again, the reason he's locked up tonight is not directly involved in his son's disappearance at this point, but on unrelated charges. Of course, a developing story and a very active investigation at this.
All right, I got it, sir. So they found the baby. R.I.P. to Nnakai. R.I.P. to him. Y'all are claiming that this man in the chat, or y'all believe that he might be a drug dealer. Again, if that's the case, then he was a known drug dealer. If that's the case, if that's true, or whatever it is that he is, I'm pretty sure everybody around there already knew. So you chose to deal with him anyway, whether it be the fast life, whether it be because this person spends money on you, or whatever the case is. This, again, you're dancing with the devil and wondering why you got burned. This is the result of that. I'm so sad that we continue to keep doing this to ourselves. To baby Nnakai, R.I.P. When are people going to start listening to this channel, sharing these videos, making this go viral? We'll just have to see. I don't know. Will it make a difference? We'll just have to see. But it's got to start with people making better decisions before you even get to the point of having kids, okay? So think about that. Think about who you're having kids by. Look at this. Just ridiculous. Bad choice. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section, okay? Thank you.